At the beginning of the film we see a girl named Kat who is thinking in an open field. She is met by her friend Bullied and she goes to them. Kat and her 6 friends invite her to drink beer and do drugs. Kat initially refuses but agrees after being convinced by her friends. All the friends take drugs one by one and cheat and drink beer. After taking drugs, all the friends start doing different things. The girl named Vanish is hugging a tree, and on the other side a boy named Vanish is running in the forest with his eyes closed. In the next scene, a woman named Abby, who is Kat's mother, is making cookies in the kitchen, and then Kat and Sal come home. Both of them pick up a cookie each and go to the upstairs room. In the room, Sal talks about Jan and the next month, New York. Then Abby comes into the room and Kat and Sal, she makes it clear that they are going to Katie's uncle's house and then return from there the next day. After that, Abby leaves the room. In the next scene, Kat's uncle comes to pick him up. Outside their house, both of them are sitting in Uncle's car with their bags in the car. Kat talks to Uncle James. She asks him about her age, and while answering her about her girlfriend's age, James says that he is in police but is currently on leave and his girlfriend Jymar is waiting for them at home. After some fear, all 3 reach James' house and meet Jymar. James shows his camera to Kat and Sloane. After this, Kat and Sloane are talking while sitting on their bed in the shower. James picks up Kat and Sloane's clothes and puts them in the car and goes to drop them to the bus stand. Before going back, James tells Kat that every day when you message, write a code word which will be Apple. Every day send a different word. Then James goes back home. After some fear, Kat and Sloane go to a restaurant and slowly goes to the toilet. Kat is waiting for her outside. 2 boys come and start talking to her. At this time, Lola comes out and starts flirting with them. Then all 4 of them sit and talk. Kat and Lola tell the boys their fake names. Katie's name is Ripley and the boy's name is Hyder. The boys' names are S and Lucas. Sold tells them that he can drop them to the farm himself, but Kat refuses. Then S and Lucas leave from there. Kat agrees and they both get into their pickup truck with Jude and Lucas. After a frightening journey, Jude tells Jude that the farm signboard is behind them and they should turn around, but Jude doesn't say anything and the car starts moving and they read each other's palms. After some fear, Jude brings them to his house. Jude's mother comes out from the house and asks them both to come inside. As soon as they come inside, Jude gets scared seeing a wolf's head on the wall. Then they both sit at the table and drink tea. Kat gets a message from James on her phone asking about her well-being. In response, Katie writes that everything is fine but doesn't write the code word Apple, which tells that she is in danger. Jude and Jude come inside and lock all the windows and doors. Then Jude starts feeling dizzy and she comes to know that her tea and drink were mixed with drugs. She asks Jude to run away and both of them run away from there. They try to catch him. S and Lucas follow them and bring them back to his house. In the next scene we can see the jungle and there are 2 big containers in the jungle. Kat and Lone are imprisoned in those containers without clothes, tied with chains. Both come out of the container calling each other's name. Both are in a very bad condition. Both start shouting for help. Then S comes and angrily tells them that no one is going to come to the jungle to help them and leaves from there. Then a stranger named Bose goes to the containers where Kat and Lone are imprisoned. He hits S lightly on the chest with a bad dream and scolds him, and both the girls are called outside. That man sees Katie's phone and says that Jason's message has come and replies that everything is going well, and at the end he writes an email. He tells Katie that your name is Ripley but this phone belongs to someone else. He threatens her that if she lies to him again then the consequences will not be good. Kat tells him her real name. The scene is shot where Jammer is cooking in the kitchen. She reads Katie's message and keeps the phone aside. Then she sees Lucas, who sets up a shower for both the girls. A man named Andrews is standing outside with a gun. Katie and Jason ask him for help, but that man is also in cahoots with Lucas and Lucas Andrews then forces Katie alone after everyone knows and exploits her. After this, James comes back to his house and sees the messages in the phone. Then he comes to know that so there is a problem because he had asked Katie to tell him a different code word every day and she told him the same code word the second day too. Now another man goes to those girls and takes the girls to the container and forces himself on them. On the other hand, James is very tensed and starts inquiring. He comes to know that both of them never reached the farm. He immediately takes his car and leaves for the farm. Suddenly a siren starts playing in the forest. On hearing the sound, Jade and Lucas cover the faces of both the girls with a cloth. Terrible this, a man wearing a pig mask starts coming towards them. Barcelona is taken inside the container and the container is tied. The next day when James goes to see the killers, Lona is wearing a pig mask and is crying. James has also reached near the farm and he goes to meet Sheraton in the police station. The sheriff there is none other than Andrews. He tells James to find the girls and sends him home in the jungle. Boris comes again and he has come to know that James has gone to find the girls, so he asks James to find the girls. Kitty is listening to their conversation quietly and as soon as Boris comes she goes inside the container. Boris also goes inside the container with her. In the next scene, Andrews is talking to someone on the phone in his car about his truck being jealous of the girls. As soon as he reaches the containers, he does not even see the girls, and as soon as his attention is on the story, the girls run away with his car. But halfway he stops at a tool shop, but she stops there and takes weapons so that she can kill her kidnapper. On the other hand, James goes to an insurance agency office in search of the truck where he finds out about Boris's elder brother. Before Boris reaches home, Kat and Lon reach his house and attack him. As soon as they arrive, they both torture Boris and extract money from him. She asks about the elder brother of the masked man, but he does not tell her anything. In anger, she hits Boris on the back. She hits him. Bart screams loudly, and at this time James, who is outside his house, hears his voice. By the time James reaches inside, Bart is already inside and both the girls have also taken him out of there in a pickup truck. After this, he goes to the police station to report James' body. There he calls on the phone with Cut, and the Cut call is with Andrews, who is with him. James has come to know that Andrews is also involved in this. Andrews is holding James hostage and has kept him hostage. He has to keep James tied in the house and then brings two new girls. At this time, Etymology and Sal come there and hit him on the head with a baseball bat. Then they tie Andrews to a chair and play a game of Russian roulette with him. Both of them take shots one by one, but he does not get hit by a single shot. One last Cut shot is fired and Andrews is killed. Cut and Salon escapes from there too, and two new girls whom Andrews had brought with him for exploitation take James as a child. Cat and Lone then go to Salon's house and mix sedatives in her mother's drink. Then Salon beats Salon very brutally in front of her mother. Both of them hold Lucas also and ask Lucas to put his mother on the bed, but he does not listen and they beat Lucas too. In the end, Cutty kills Jade and Lucas's mother with a machine. Along with this, Cat and Lone kill all the kidnappers and complete their revenge. After a month, both of them leave for New York, where the form was scanned with Salon and Cat on this side. A man was standing at the airport to trap more girls, and the movie ends with this scene.